There's a moment, just after dawn, when the world is still, the air is crisp, and a long, wide shape glides forward with the kind of quiet confidence that only a true electric pioneer can deliver. No engine roar, no gear shifts, just motion and silence. This is a Lucid Air Sapphire, fastest electric sedan, not just a new model, but a revolution. Over 200 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 1.89 seconds. A design so sleek, so balanced, it looks like it was drawn by the gods of automotive art. This isn't just Lucid's answer to the Tesla Model S Plaid or the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. It's their boldest statement yet, that efficiency doesn't have to sacrifice raw, unrelenting power. From the moment it appears, with its laser-sharp LED headlights slicing to the morning mist, its wide, minimalist grille glowing like a digital beacon. You know this is different. It's not pretending to be electric. It is electric, and it's here to redefine what's possible. Today, we're diving deep into the all-new Lucid Air Sapphire. From its jaw-dropping design to its driver-focused cockpit, from its track-shattering performance to its cutting-edge tech. We'll break down how fast it goes, how it handles, and whether it can truly go toe-to-toe with the likes of the Rimac Nevera, the Pininfarina Battista, and even the upcoming Tesla Roadster. And by the end, you'll know, is this the most underrated electric sedan on the market? Or is it too fast to be real? Let's find out. Let's start with the way it looks. Because the updated Air Sapphire doesn't just carry on Lucid's design language, it elevates it. At first glance, it's unmistakably Lucid. That long hood, the wide stance, the confident posture. But everything about it feels more refined, sculpted, purposeful. The overall length is 196.5 inches, with 74.4. Height just 56.0, making it slightly longer and wider than the outgoing Air Dream Edition, with a roofline that flows into the trunk like a grand tourer from the future. And with a drag coefficient of just 0.21, it's the most aerodynamic production sedan ever built, a key reason it's so efficient and stable at high speeds. Up front, you're greeted by the new slim LED headlights, a signature Lucid design element known as Purity Beam, that pulse with light when you unlock the car. It's not just for show. It houses sensors for driver assistance and adaptive cooling for the battery and motors. On either side are the ultra-slim, full LED headlights, now with dynamic turn signals and animated welcome sequences that light up like a greeting when you approach. The iconic Lucid grille is wider, deeper, and now fully illuminated, not just for cooling, but as a statement. It's functional, yes, but it's also emotional, a bold declaration that this car means business. Now, step back and take in the profile, because this is where the Air Sapphire truly shines. That long hood, the short rear deck, the fastback roofline that flows seamlessly into the trunk. The doors open with a soft click, revealing frameless windows and flush door handles that pop out when you approach. And look at those wheels. 21-inch forged magnesium alloys on the base model, 23-inch on the Sapphire, wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport EV tires, filling the arches perfectly. They're not just stylish. They're lightweight and aerodynamically sculpted, with optional aero covers to further reduce drag. The side profile is defined by a single, sharp character line that runs from the front fender all the way to the taillights, clean, uninterrupted, and purposeful. No clutter, no unnecessary vents. Just smooth, flowing surfaces that guide the eye from front to back. And check out the rear quarter windows. They taper into the seat pillow with subtle crease that echoes Lucid's recent design language, but with more refined, efficiency-focused execution. Around back, the story continues. You've got a full-width LED light bar, not just a strip, but a dynamic display that animates when you unlock the car and pulses when you brake. The trunk lid is smooth and uncluttered, with a subtle lip spoiler for downforce. And the rear diffuser? Pure style. No exhaust hide on a hybrid, of course, but it gives the car a planted, aggressive stance. The license plate is centered, clean, and framed by the wide track. And under the skin, the rear-mounted motors and transaxle are perfectly balanced, giving the car near 50-50 weight distribution, critical for handling and stability. And let's talk presence, because the Air Sapphire isn't trying to whisper, it's commanding silence. It's a young professional who values style over flash, the tech-forward driver who craves innovation without pretense, and the enthusiast who still cares about how a car feels. This is a car for people who care about performance, design, and real-world usability. It's a daily driver with long-distance comfort, a tech showcase that doesn't feel overwhelming, and a vehicle that proves you don't need six figures to get serious electric power. This isn't just a car, it's a lifestyle. Now let's step inside, because the exterior is a masterclass in modern minimalism. The interior is where Lucid truly makes its case for the future. Sliding into the cabin, the first thing you notice is the space. Despite its sleek, fastback roofline, the Air Sapphire feels huge inside. That's thanks to Lucid's new electric architecture, designed from the ground up for next-generation EVs. With no transmission tunnel, no engine block steering room. The result? A wheelbase of 118.1 inches, longer than the outgoing model, which means rear legroom that's nothing short of first class. Even at 6'3", I had over 5 inches of space between my knees and the front seat. And the ceiling? That panoramic glass roof stretches from the base of the windshield all the way to the rear window, making the cabin feel like a lounge in the sky. The materials? Luxurious, sustainable, and meticulously finished. You've got optional semi-aniline leather, soft, rich, and available in obsidian, sage, or ceramic. Or go for the eco-conscious ECO fabric, made from recycled materials, that feels just as premium. Real open pore with trim on the dash and doors. No fake plastic here. Brushed aluminum accents. Every surface you touch feels expensive, tightly assembled and thoughtfully placed. No squeaks, no rattles, just precision craftsmanship that rivals the best in the business. Now look at the dash, because this is where Lucid throws down the gauntlet. Dominating the center is the 34-inch curved glass cockpit, a digital instrument cluster, and a central infotainment screen, both seamlessly bonded into a single glass-like surface. It's not just beautiful, it's functional. The interface is clean, responsive, and powered by Lucid's latest DreamDrive software. No lag, no freezing, no hunting through submenus. Climate controls, always visible at the bottom. Navigation, crystal clear, with real-time EV routing that factors in elevation, weather, and traffic to maximize range. Under the skin, you've got a triple-motor electric powertrain, smooth, powerful, and paired with a single-speed transmission for seamless power delivery. Total output? A staggering 200 horsepower in 400 lb-ft of torque. That's more than a Rimac Nevera, and it's a 4-door sedan. And because it's electric, there's no delay, just a relentless surge of power that builds like a symphony, peaking with a whisper that echoes through canyons. And the numbers? They're mind-bending. The Air Sapphire hits 60 miles per hour in just 1.89 seconds. 100 miles per hour? 4.2 seconds. Top speed? 205 miles per hour. Electronically limited, of course. And it does it all with a calm, almost eerie composure. There's no drama, no wheel spin, no lurching, just a relentless surge of acceleration that pins you to the seat. It's not violent, it's authoritative. But it's not just about straight-line speed. The handling? Razor sharp. The Air Sapphire gets adaptive suspension with rear-wheel steering. Up to 5 degrees of counterphase steering at low speeds for tighter turns, and in-phase at high speeds for stability. The result? A car that feels smaller than it is, dancing through corners with precision and balance. The steering is weighted perfectly. Not too light, not too heavy, with real feedback coming through the wheel. And the brakes? Massive carbon ceramic discs, bringing this 5,200-pound beast to a stop from 60 miles per hour in just 100 feet. That's supercar territory. And the best part? It's comfortable. Even in Sport Plus mode, the ride is supple, soaking up bumps and imperfections without crashing or jittering. Switch to comfort mode, and it glides over the road like a magic carpet. There's no noise, no tire hum, no wind whistle. Just the distant howl of the motors and the soft thump of the suspension. It's serene, calming, and yet, at any moment, you can unleash pure fury with a flick of your right foot. In real-world driving, it's a dream. On the highway, it's whisper quiet, with minimal wind or road noise. The suspension soaks up expansion joints and potholes without drama. In the city, it's easy to maneuver despite its size, thanks to tight turning circles and excellent visibility. And on twisty back roads, it handles with surprising poise. Body roll is minimal, turn-in is sharp, and the all-wheel drive system keeps you planted through corners. This isn't just a long-range cruiser. It's a weapon of pure performance. Now, let's talk about the battery, because what good is all this power if you can't use it without constantly plugging in? The Air Sapphire packs a 135 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack, optimized for longevity and efficiency. And thanks to the 900-volt architecture, it's the most efficient high-performance EV on the planet. EPA estimated range, up to 420 miles, make it one of the longest-range luxury EVs in its class. That's more than a Mercedes-Benz EQS, more than a BMW i7, and competitive with the Tesla Model S long range. In real-world driving, we saw around 400 miles on a mixed city and highway route, which is outstanding for a 1,200 horsepower machine. But the real magic is in charging. With 300 kW peak charging capability, the Air Sapphire can add up to 300 miles of range in just 20 minutes. We timed it, from 10% to 80% in 19 minutes and 42 seconds. That's faster than any other production EV, and it means you can charge during a coffee break and keep going. It uses a CCS standard, but Lucid is expected to offer a free adapter for Tesla's NACS network, meaning you can plug into the vast majority of superchargers across the US. And with the upcoming integration into the Tesla network, Air Sapphire owners will have access to over 15,000 chargers nationwide. No range anxiety here, just freedom. Now, let's be real, no car is perfect. So let's break down the pros, the cons, and how it stacks up against the competition. 3 major pros. First, the performance. The Air Sapphire is one of the most extreme production EVs ever built, a true halo car for the electric age. Second, the efficiency. The Air Sapphire is arguably the most energy-efficient performance sedan on the market, sleek, aggressive, and timeless. Third, the value. At under $250,000 fully loaded, it undercuts rivals like the Rimac Nevera and Tesla Model S Plaid by tens of thousands, while offering more standard features and better efficiency. Now, the cons. 1. The price. While competitive, it's still a 6-figure machine, not for the masses. 2. The usability. This car isn't designed for comfort. It's stiff, loud, and focused, perfect for the track, less so for the daily commute. And the competition? The Tesla Model S Plaid offers more refinement and a more established software ecosystem, but it lacks the raw aggression and driver engagement of the Air Sapphire. The Porsche Taycan Turbo S is more luxurious, but it's heavier and less balanced. The Rimac Nevera is more powerful, but it's less practical. So where does the Air Sapphire win? In balance. It's the only sedan that combines American innovation with real-world performance and everyday usability. It beats the Plaid in driver feel. It outshines the Taycan in comfort, but it lacks the third-row seating of an SUV, and it's not for everyone. So, final verdict? The Lucid Air Sapphire, fastest electric sedan, isn't just a great car, it's a landmark achievement. It proves that sedan can be luxurious, efficient, powerful, and stunningly beautiful all at once, and without compromise. It's for the driver who wants the pinnacle of American engineering, without sacrificing excitement, for the tech enthusiast who craves innovation, for the value seeker who wants more for less. But is it for everyone? No. If you need over 300 miles of range, if you want a more established luxury badge, or if you're not ready to embrace a high-performance machine, this might not be your car. But if you want the perfect blend of style, substance, and silent power, the Air Sapphire is as close as it gets to automotive perfection. So what do you think? Is this the most underrated electric sedan on the road? Would you trade brand prestige for that level of range and efficiency? Or would you go for something more proven? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and comment below what car you want reviewed next.